What's going on? Ryan Nyquist here, and we're filming a reaction video to the Scotty Cranmer video of the game of bike. So I didn't actually get any footage of the game of bike, but what I did was I chopped his video down into just the tricks and key moments, and I'm gonna talk my way through it, give you guys a little insight about what was going on, talk about the tricks, talk about the strategy, all that good stuff. But anyways, let's get into it.
It's a game of bike between Ryan Nyquist and Matty Cranmer. It's a game of suicide bike, so that means that only tricks involving
So here's Scotty just kind of going through the rules right now.
Today's game is going to have 5 different letters in it. It's going to be hands, so H-A-N-D-S.
So instead of bike, we did hands,
that we haven't done
so there's going to be more letters given out.
To H-A-N, we're going to do a challenge between the 2 riders, where I have a trick picked out that they have to do. It's going to involve a suicide no-hander, and whichever rider lands the trick, it's either they get to skip the next rider's turn, or they get an extra mulligan, depending on their situation. It's their choice to do. But
we got black.
Regulation.
We got green.
Okay.
Good old coin toss. There we go.
Who's calling?
I mean, I guess it's your park. I mean, it's your.
I'll pause that really quick. I don't know why they kept saying it. This wasn't my park. I live 2 hours from there, and I don't get to ride there often at all. So Maddie, I believe, showed up a couple days before and got some really good practice, like full day sessions while I was in Wilmington. And I, on purpose, didn't go to the park because, yeah, I had been there before, so I had prior knowledge, but it wasn't like I was riding there all the time. But they had this idea stuck in their head that this is my local park. It wasn't. So anyways, just wanted to clear the air on that one.
I challenge you, so I think that's fair.
Okay, so it's gonna be. I'm gonna call green. Calling green. Calling green.
Ready?
So we call green. It's green.
It's definitely green.
There we go. Before we go to that first trick, the coin toss was so very important just because I knew that the winner of that coin toss was going to be able to set the first trick and had the first chance of giving the letter. So I was like really excited about it. So here's the trick I selected.
I'm gonna do a no-handed fly out, ride across the deck, drop in no-handed.
Oh, here we go. You want to start it like that, huh?
That's chill.
You want to start it like that?
Is that not chill?
Hey, it's chill, bro.
So it worked out great for me, and I seriously thought that I was about to give Maddie a letter, and I was really excited because I was like, if anybody out there has ever even tried this trick, you know how sketchy rolling in no-handed could be. So I was just like, he's not going to do it. So let's see what happened.
first trick successfully set by Mr. Ryan Nyquist. In the skateboard. Box. No-hander lander, and he's going down, and he successfully runs away!
Nobody was more surprised than me to see him do that because I literally had been practicing that in my backyard. I had literally been practicing that trick in my backyard, and I was like, he is not going to be able to do this because it is terrifying. And he did it. So I was pretty impressed with that. But then again, I gave up that letter, and then he was about to do a trick, and let's see what it is.
I got it. All right. I guess we'll
Start turning it up slowly.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
So we're gonna do a straight Suey no-hander.
Okay.
But instead of going straight over the box, we're going straight to the little bank.
Oh.
So just veer off the edge, but not straight, but not too veer. Just in
Fine
the
line.
center,
Just
kind of.
Just straight-ish and near-ish.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it figured out. He's got it.
Can Matty get this first trick?
What do you think?
Okay, I've never actually hit this chance before.
So that was legit. I had never hit that trance before. I'd never seen anybody hit it before. So I was really watching Maddie closely to see about speed, to see about the angle he was going off the ramp. And I thought I had it figured out. So I was just like, let's go. It's just a suicide no-hander. Let's do this.
He did case, and I don't think we're gonna count it.
Yeah, definitely taking a letter.
The first letter has been given out right now.
And that one was painful because that was such an easy trick. I should have had that. And as soon as I knew I was in the air and I was gonna hang up, I was just kicking myself that, like, why didn't you just go a little bit faster? Just a little bit faster. Like I much rather would have landed flat than hung up. So the hang up gave me the letter, but we move on, and it was my turn to set the trick, and I had a good one.
Go straight again because that seems like what you're comfortable with, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go straight over the box, suicide double bar spin. So for those of you that don't know what it is, I'm going to spin the bars
Little explanation
twice
here.
around while the hands are way off.
This is not a difficult trick for me to do. I do it all the time. I've been doing it for years, so I knew for me I was going to get the trick. I was going to stomp it. I honestly did not know if Maddie could do straight double bar spins, especially a suicide one, which is even more crazy because your hands are way off and it's the bars are spinning. There's just a lot going on. So I thought for sure, I was like, I'm getting Maddie on this one. So why not just do it?
Focus on the hands.
It worked perfect. It worked perfect. And here was Maddie's attempt.
Moment of truth.
We're going to need a judge's ruling because not only did he hang up, but there's parts falling off his bike and it's like a yard sale out here. Nope, no. It's like if anybody wants to buy any bike parts, there's stuff falling off his bike over here, right here.
People would consider that a good pump. People would consider that a good pump.
That was fun. I was impressed again. Like Maddie did the trick. The hand extension wasn't quite there. I think one hand was more forward, the other one was back, and he had a little hang up. We went to the judge's ruling to see what they said. Let's see what they say.
Getting heated right now, guys. I can't believe Maddie
Matt,
just had to throw the double bar
Awesome
spin.
job, because I've never seen you try that, but it doesn't count.
It doesn't count, so that means it's H to H right now. Tied up. Maddie is back in the driver's seat, though. We're going to see what he wants to do. And
Tied up, I was happy because I needed to give him a letter. I knew that if I did a trick that he was going to be able to do, I was going to be way behind the ball. So I was like, I got to get all these letters. Every opportunity I get to set a trick, it has to be a trick that I know will get him a letter. And then on the other side, I needed to start pulling his trick. So H to H. It was. I knew it was going to be head to head, neck to neck like this. It was just like it was going to be a close contest because we both had such different styles. So it was just like, all right, let's see. But here's Maddie's turn.
Ryan tends to think that I like to go low and slow at all times.
It's true.
So I'm trying to prove
True.
him wrong. Cancel down table.
Yeah.
Can we slide that fence over and clear those chairs? I'm sending it from the corner over the fence into that random bank in the back over there.
And that was legit confusion right there because he was saying words like fence, which was a chain link fence behind it. What he meant to say was railing, as you'll see. But I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. Where are you going? I honestly was just like in my head, I was like, I hope he's not jumping over the fence outside of the park because I don't like jumping to flat. I don't like jumping over big tall fences. The fence is like 10 feet tall there too. So I was like, please don't jump over the fence. But
So coming out of here,
We're hitting the quarter over
so you can see with the railing is what he meant.
Judges, are you guys in place?
watching and learning right now. He's doing all the stuff I've never done in this park, so it's like,
Okay. Popping up, jumping over.
It was good.
that was legit.
So it definitely was legit. He pulled it perfect. It was probably a little bit close to the railing than I think he would like to, and then definitely I would like to. I was planning on going way higher. The hardest thing about this trick set was the approach. I wasn't really sweating the suicide no-hander over the rail. I figured that would be easy. It was really about the speed to get there. And as you can see, there's like a roller. It's not even really like a jump. And Maddie did like a pickup over it and then pumped in. And they didn't show it, but I took like 4 or 5 attempts trying to figure this out because again, Maddie did a transfer I had never done. I had never seen anybody do this transfer. So it was really unusual. And it was like, you know, I was on the spot. I had to do it. So I was trying to get that line right. I opted to go with a different line, as you can see right here. Let's see how it ended up.
Guy, let's do it, Ryan. He's pumping. Yeah.
Real, but that's
So watch this instant replay right here. When you see me at the very top about to take off, watch my knees. They literally buckled. And as you can see in the freeze frame right here, I was pedaling. I was trying to get as much speed as possible so I didn't clip that railing. So right here, I'm gonna play it. My knees literally buckled. I was in the wrong position. Bars were all in my lap. It was just all wrong, and I knew I wasn't gonna make it. Right at this point right here, I was like, I'm not making it because my legs weren't in a position to even get back to pinch a seat to suicide, but I was also in the most awkward position ever just to even pull, like jumping over the railing to the bank, so. And then I ejected,
You show up early around the course, I guess.
but it was good.
It looks like it's HA right now to H. So Ryan gets to set the trick. I don't know what he's going to do right now. I just know he's got a lot of crazy tricks that he can pull out at whim. So let's see what he wants to do.
What was that?
No assistance.
I'm gonna do a flip suicide no-hander.
You guys need to be quiet over there.
So I honestly was kind of like, after that crash, I started to be like a little bit worried. I was like, man, I don't know how this is gonna end up. I'm really like losing these opportunities to like land Maddie's trick, and I needed to land all his tricks to really get a leg up on the competition. So I kind of lost my train of thought, and I heard that trick being called in the audience. So I was like, that's a good one. I don't think he can do this one either.
Get those kids out of here.
No coaching. It was his own son.
Yeah, that came from Jameson.
Yeah.
It did. My son yelled that out. My son yelled it out, and I was like, thank you, Jameson.
Maybe I'll just do it with the spine.
Are you kidding me?
Maybe I'll just do it with the spine.
Why does anybody ask questions? You guys couldn't just let him drop in.
So I decided not to do it over the box and do it over the spine, because when I was in Woodward and Matty was there, I saw him working on them in the foam. So I was like, okay, with a little more work, he probably could pull over the box, but doing something like that over the spine is terrifying sometimes. And even for me, I hadn't done one on the spine in years. So even for me, I knew that there was a chance I could mess this up, but I also knew that if I pulled it, there was no way that Matty was gonna pull it. So I was like, let's do it over the spine.
Oh, he's setting it up. He's setting up.
I knew right then and there that Matty was not gonna pull this. I knew it. I just knew it. He was talking and talking. And I was just like, "You're nervous. You don't have this trick dialed. There's no way you're pulling this to the spine." And
Oh, and that is a tie game right there.
ties it up.
Wrong in that one.
You know, Scott, there wasn't much that went right.
I kind of agree with that. It was a rough attempt. I was very glad he was okay, but he did it all wrong. I mean, he was over rotating. He went really high, which is great, but over rotating, didn't get the hands off. It was just not a great attempt, but he did say he went for it, so you got to give him a little bit of credit, just like that much credit.
So Ryan's been working on his fakies. Let's give him a round of applause.
I had been, because I knew this little weird kid
What
was
we're
going to
gonna
do
do
something like
here
that.
is quarter pipe over there. We are going to ride up in a peanut butter spreader, which is going to be 2 hands on the crossbar. We're going to do a suey to fakie, and we're going to land back into a peanut butter spreader, and then hop out of it. That's what we're going to do, because the weird kid is setting his trick right now, and he's going to be working on it. So.
And like I said before, the weird kid was setting the trick, and it was the weirdest trick I've ever heard of. I didn't even know what a peanut butter spreader was. Apparently you grab on the crossbar, like you said, and you ride like that. Never heard of that in my life. Again, Matty just making up tricks as he goes. Really cool, man.
Guys, hands are on the crossbar. Suey, fake.
I don't even know what to say about that. That was wild.
And I still don't know what to say about it. It was just like this weird trick. If you guys haven't seen this whole video, I definitely recommend going back and watching it. The trash talking we did between these tricks was insane, like so good. So I'll put the link in the description so you guys can check it out. Definitely watch this video. It was so good. It was like a lot of fun, just like the banter back and forth. But here, it's my turn to try the trick. I think you can probably imagine what's gonna happen. Exactly.
Oh no.
That's a tough one.
No, guys.
That was really good.
I probably had the same amount of fear as Matty had when he tried that suicide flip.
That's legit. I didn't know how this was gonna end up. I'm not good at fakies. I don't like them. I've never liked going backwards. So, and that's with my hands on the grips. And all of a sudden now your hand's not on the grips. And when you're like that narrow, the steering gets really twitchy, and I just was not confident. I knew I was getting a letter, so I was just really trying hard not to get like hurt on this one. So here's the replay. It's just, yeah.
The trick challenge.
It wasn't very good. But yeah, we have the trick challenge now.
Successfully ride up the box jump with no hands, across the box jump with no hands, down the box jump with no hands. If you guys can pull it, whoever rides the furthest away from it will be able to decide if they want the mulligan or if they want to skip the next rider's turn.
So there was a lot to gain by winning this challenge. I could have gained either control, which I actually had control, or a mulligan, and Matty probably had more to gain by pulling this trick because he could choose to get control or a mulligan. So this was a weird one. I had never done a no-handed takeoff on like a really steep, tall transition before, and everything I had tried in the past, these did not work. So when he said that trick, I was like, oh my gosh. And I honestly thought that, you know, I was like, oh, he knows that Matty can do this stuff. You know, he's seen it before, but I've never done the tall one. So I was just like, I don't know how this is gonna end up.
Hands, I would be shocked. Hands off.
Oh! That was nice.
Oh, no.
This is my first attempt. Oh my gosh. And I thought I had it, man. I thought I was just gonna take it right there. And I just got a little squirrely on the landing and the bars started moving and I got nervous and I just had to jump out of it because I did not want to crash with my hands off the bars, even though that's exactly what I did. But I didn't want to like have the bars spinning and jabbing me in the stomach. I was just like, no. I knew I could do it after this point. As soon as I got up the transition with my hands off, I knew I was gonna be able to pull it. That was a wild attempt. That was actually, it ended up being almost like a suicide takeoff to suicide no-handed manual, which I don't know. That was definitely not intentional, but it was just like, what? That was weird. Here's Matty.
He's up. He's going down.
So Matty pulled it first, and I had one shot to basically pull the trick and tie it up. I had one shot. It was a high pressure situation because I really wanted to win this challenge.
Hands off. Perfect. That was solid.
Do it.
Got it done.
So you're going to start on that side. No hands before the roller. Over the
So just to explain, because we both did the challenge, Scotty on the fly had to come up with another challenge, and here he is describing what it was.
roller up and across this thing. Now it's sudden death. Whoever gets the furthest on this next try, that's it. That's it, sudden death.
I guess it's me.
Matt, you're up first. Let's do this.
So I think I might have cut it off, but basically he was saying you got to roll no-handed, so hands off, suicide no-handed pinch, roll over the roller, over the small box jump, and then I think he said the person that gets the furthest wins the challenge. So Matty was up first.
Hands off. He's up. He's over.
And then he sang my song to me, the rap. So as soon as I saw him go all the way over both obstacles and then roll up the entire quarter fakie, I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna get further than that, but I'm gonna try. That was painful because I thought I had it after I got out of the roller. I was like, here we go. And then I think my weight just went to the left a little bit. And when you don't have the hands on the handlebars, when you lean, the bars kind of follow that direction. So if your weight's off, you end up going that direction. And I lost the challenge. So again, I'm losing all these opportunities to like best Matty, to get an upper hand on the competition. And I'm just failing to capitalize on these events. So it's just like, it's really starting to weigh on me. So every single time that I get to set the trick, I'm going for the jugular.
Do I skip or do I take a mulligan?
Oh, he's trying to decide right now what he wants. Listen to the crowd.
It sounded like a mulligan to me. I'll take a mulligan then.
I got it. I got a trick.
Got a trick, guys. What's going
All
on?
right.
I'm gonna go on the box jump, and I'm gonna do a switch 360 suicide no-hander.
Matty already just dropped his bike. Because I can, Matty.
So I wasn't 100% confident on this trick, but I was 100% confident that Matty was not going to be able to do it. I did a couple of switch 360s on the box, which is basically like an opposite direction 360. I did those during practice, and so I knew I was confident just doing it, but I hadn't done any variations. I definitely didn't take my hands off during practice, so it was just like I knew that as soon as I went off that lip, my hands were going to come off no matter what.
Because I can. Wow.
Because I can, Maddie. Here we go. And it felt glorious. It felt glorious. Here's Maddie's attempt.
Oh, man, there's a lot to do there. So the question is right now.
Not only did he not take his hands off, he didn't clear the box. In fact, I think his front wheel didn't even get onto the landing. So again, I was going for the jugular because I knew I needed to get those letters. So he did not pull that, did not get it at all. Not even close.
Before you go.
Sorry you guys had to see that.
I'm sorry too. That was.
Yes, I'm taking a letter.
He's taking a letter. H-A-N to H-A-N. It's all tied up.
You can take the boy out of the fly out, but you can't take the fly out of the boy.
That's my little jab right there. All right, so we're tied up. I think we're tied up right now. H-A-N to H-A-N. Maddie's setting the trick. He just kept doing stuff that like it was either stuff that was really weird and there was no chance I was gonna get it, like that peanut butter spreader no-handed fakie thing, or he was doing stuff that was like unique to the park, that lines I had never done, tricks that weren't hard that I wasn't, but just the lines were weird. So I was like not really sure where we were gonna go with this next trick.
Going over the box, I'm doing Suey no-hander to tuck no-hander.
No-hander.
As soon as I heard him say this, I was like, yes, this is my chance. And I was like, okay, I've actually done this trick in a backflip before. So I figured it should be pretty easy, although I'm not very good at tuck no-handers. I was like, this is a walk in the park.
One air.
Maddie pulled it perfect. So I was like, all right, it's on. Here we go.
Should the Olympics get coached before?
And it...
He's good.
That hurt like real bad. Like real bad. At one point, and we'll watch, I have a couple replays here. It was just like my hand was off. Let's just watch the replays.
Everything.
That one hurt so
Just ride
bad.
it off. You'll be right.
So bad.
Ryan's line.
You can see right here.
Just ride it off. You'll be right.
Right hand missed the grip,
Just ride it off. You'll be right.
which sent me kind of like in like a kind of nosedive position. And then to top it all off, I think I hung up on the box a little bit too, which then sent my nose way into a nosedive without a hand on. I smashed my side so hard, almost knocked the air out of me. It was like one of the harder crashes I'd taken in a long time. So getting back up from that was rough, but I was like, I need to finish this game. Again, another situation where I could have capitalized off a trick that I knew I could do, but I just messed up, man. It just and actually went down. So here's another replay. Right there, hung up and just smashed the left side. Boom, right there. So frustrating, man. There's so many opportunities like that. The suicide no-hander over the railing. I don't know. It's just frustrating. I was beyond frustrated and hurt.
H-A-N-D to H-A-N right now. Ryan's back up against the wall, going further, so he's gonna have a mulligan every single time. Here we go. He's back up on top of the ramp. Let's see what he wants to do.
So I had a trick list of things that I really wanted to get done, and I started to get these tricks that were a lot harder, but I knew that I needed to do those, again, because every opportunity I had to give Maddie a letter. So I was really starting to do some kind of risky moves, risky even for me, stuff I wasn't 100% comfortable on, but knowing that Maddie would not stand a chance.
All right, I think I got a trick.
Oh, I did.
I'm gonna go at that big quarter. I'm gonna spin a 540. I'm gonna do a suicide no-hander in the middle of the 540.
You can't do it on a small quarter?
And I just have one stipulation. It's got to be above coping. I don't do that small stuff. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up in the air.
Yes!
Yeah. I'm not messing around, people. I don't know who you think I am.
So I knew that I had to make that stipulation because if I didn't, Maddie was gonna do one below coping, super low, his usual steez, you know. But I was like, I want this to be big. I want it to be huge. I want it to be over coping, and I called it out. So here we go. Oh man, that's good. Yeah, I was flexing on everybody after that.
That's
Flexing
amazing.
on. And it did. It was probably the best suicide no-handed 540 I've ever done. Hands were extended, just rotation was good. It felt great. So I was like, here we go, Maddie, let's see it.
That was going for a trick he's never tried before. No! Okay.
Yep.
I'm using the mulligan. I'm gonna try that.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Once he said that, I was actually kind of worried because I figured that he might just do it. You know, like, again, I was watching really closely for the over the coping, but I really truly felt, I was like, oh man, he might actually do this.
So it comes down to this right now, guys.
I am gonna try that.
Took his mulligan.
Ever. Let's get behind you guys.
Here we go. This is the mulligan.
Right in front of you, but the trick he's never done before. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, it's a tie game.
Tied up. Tied up.
H-A-N-D.
Pulled off. Crazy is exactly what we expected. H-A-N-D to H-A-N-D. We got new school versus old school. But it's in Maddie's control right now. The question is, what trick is he gonna do? Let's go find out.
We're gonna.
So even with all these just dumb, messed up opportunities, we're tied. And so it's even eating me up more inside knowing that if I would have just pulled one of his tricks, I would have been ahead. So we're going to the last trick. Back, like Scotty said, my back is against the wall. I have a mulligan, but what is Scotty gonna do? Something weird again? Probably. I don't know.
Right from the box jump off the spine and suing into the pyramid bank back there. It's kind of hard for you guys to see. I'm sorry, but this one needs to happen. I'm gonna try that.
He counted himself in.
All right, here we go. Yeah. I knew I was in trouble, but not a huge amount of trouble.
Across.
Oh, man. So I don't do a lot of bunny hopping. I don't do any of that stuff. The thing I was actually more worried about this was like getting everything lined up, like lining up to ride across the spine without having like my front or back tire fall off, and then being ready to hop over and get the distance into the bank. So once I did that, and I obviously didn't get the no-hander, but I knew that I could do it. I just needed to basically get that approach right, take the hands off. I was golden. Again, I was like, here we go. I got this. And then I had big plans for the next trick, but I had to get through this mulligan opportunity to get there.
He got it. He got the gap. The gap came across.
This is it, guys. The last attempt right now. Can Nyquist get this one? He's gotta throw it.
I knew I had it, man. I just like, here we go. I just gotta take the hands off. Here we go. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So we set a rule that everything had to be perfect trick-wise. Like there was no slipping of the pedal. It didn't matter if you touched the ground or not. You could not slip a pedal. Everything needed to be perfect. And that was actually one of my rules. So this one really stung because not only was it a trick that I knew I could do that I should have done, but I got myself out with a rule that I set. So that one hurt. But let's watch the replay. As you can see, hands were good. Foot slipped off right there. Just,
Ah, dog. I don't do the bunny hops.
yeah. Let's watch it again real quick.
That was awesome.
Just foot slipped off right there. I don't even know if it touched. It probably did. It just slipped off. Boom. And that was the end of the game right there.
It just came down to the landing on that one. I don't think you guys could see it, but my foot kind of slipped off
Watch it
and
again right there.
touched, and that was it. So, Maddie, you took me out of my element. That was pretty awesome. There's no way in heck I would have ever done any of these things or attempted them on a
true.
regular everyday session, so I appreciate you pushing me. But that was fun, man. It was a close one. Definitely close.
Thank you, Ryan Nyquist, so much. I would have to say this was an unbelievable honor to verse the Ryan frickin' Nyquist. This is insane. Give a round of applause for Ryan frickin' Nyquist! Yes! Oh, if anybody has a kidney, Ryan might need it. So if anybody wants to donate, tell me it's hurting.
So I definitely was in pain. That crash hurt. I got through it. And honestly, like I wasn't super bummed about losing because it was such a good game. Like when it goes to the end like that, I mean, you obviously want to win, but just getting to the end, we were tied up. You know, it was fun, man. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people showed up. Definitely stoked. So thank you guys for inviting me to be a part of that game. Thank you for challenging me, Maddie. And you know, maybe there'd be a rematch in the future. I would be down. We'll see. We'll see. In the meantime, if you guys haven't seen the whole video, because like I said, this was kind of the chopped up version, there is so much good banter back and forth between Maddie and I. Definitely go back, I put the link in the description so you guys can watch it. Click that link, watch the video. It is good. It got intense. So thank you guys for watching. Till the next video. Later.